Tom Selleck, born Thomas William Selleck on January 29, 1945, in Detroit, Michigan, grew up in a working-class family before relocating to Sherman Oaks, California. Raised in Southern California during the post-World War II era, Selleck developed an early passion for basketball. He attended the University of Southern California, USC, on a basketball scholarship, balancing his athletic pursuits with studies in business administration. Despite his love for sports, acting was not on Selleck's radar at this stage. However, a drama coach at USC encouraged him to explore acting. Initially hesitant, Selleck began taking classes, which eventually led to commercial work, including the famous Pepsi commercials of the 1960s. His natural charisma and rugged good looks quickly made him a standout, marking the beginning of what would become a long and successful career in Hollywood. Struggles and triumphs. Selleck's path to stardom. In the early stages of his acting career, Selleck faced a mix of struggle and perseverance. He appeared in guest roles across television shows in the 1960s and 1970s, including The Dating Game and The Rockford Files. Though these were relatively small opportunities, they allowed him to hone his craft and build connections in the industry. Despite facing numerous setbacks, Selleck's big break eventually came when he was cast as the lead in the iconic CBS series Magnum P.I. in 1980. His portrayal of the laid-back yet tough private investigator Thomas Magnum, complete with Hawaiian shirts and a Ferrari, became a defining role of the 1980s. The show was a massive success, running for 8 seasons and earning Selleck both an Emmy and a Golden Globe, solidifying his status as a household name. Magnum P.I. and Selleck's iconic role. Selleck's portrayal of Thomas Magnum in Magnum P.I. became one of television's most memorable characters. His laid-back yet sharply intelligent private investigator quickly became a symbol of cool, rugged masculinity. Fans admired not only the show's action-packed plotlines, but also Selleck's ability to bring warmth, wit, and authenticity to the character. The role of Magnum was more than just a TV job. It became an enduring symbol of the 1980s. Even years later, when people think of TV detectives, Thomas Magnum is one of the first names that come to mind. The show's success also earned Selleck significant recognition, with awards such as an Emmy and a Golden Globe, cementing his place in television history. Exploring new horizons, Selleck's transition to film. While Magnum P.I. made Selleck a household name, he didn't limit himself to television. Throughout the 1980s and 1990s, Selleck successfully transitioned to film, proving his versatility as an actor. One of his most notable film roles came in the 1987 comedy 3 Men and a Baby, a huge box office hit where Selleck displayed his comedic chops. He also ventured into the Western genre, starring in the 1990 film Quigley Down Under, where his rugged screen presence fit perfectly into the cowboy tradition of Hollywood cinema. These diverse roles helped expand his career, demonstrating that Selleck was more than just the action hero typecast and could also shine in comedy and drama. Family life. Selleck's marriage and adoption. Tom Selleck's personal life has been as fulfilling as his professional career. From 1971 to 1982, Selleck was married to model Jacqueline Ray, a glamorous figure who had a prominent career in fashion during the 1960s and 1970s. During their marriage, Selleck made one of the most defining decisions of his life when he chose to legally adopt Ray's son, Kevin Shepard, from her previous relationship. Kevin, born in 1966, grew up with the support and guidance of Selleck, who provided him with a strong foundation. Kevin would later pursue his own successful career in music, becoming a professional drummer and eventually joining the American rock band Tonic, which achieved success in the 1990s. Selleck's adoption of Kevin and his role as a stepfather helped shape Kevin's path to success, providing him with both emotional and practical support in his formative years. A new chapter. Selleck's marriage to Jill Joan Mack. After his divorce from Jacqueline Ray, Selleck's personal life took another positive turn when he met British actress and dancer Jill Joan Mack in 1987. They met during a visit to London when Selleck attended a performance of the musical Cats. Captivated by Jill's charm and presence, Selleck struck up a conversation, and their relationship blossomed. Despite the geographical distance between Selleck's growing fame in America and Jill's established career in Britain, the two forged a strong bond. Their marriage, which was kept private, reflected Selleck's desire to keep his personal life out of the public eye. Together, they welcomed their daughter, Hannah Margaret Selleck, born on December 16, 1988. Hannah chose to pursue a different path from her famous father, developing a passion for horses and becoming a successful, competitive equestrian. Selleck's reflection on his legacy and James Garner's influence. Now at the age of 80, Tom Selleck reflects on his career and personal life with a sense of gratitude and humility. One of the most profound influences in his life and career was James Garner, the legendary actor and his close friend and mentor. Selleck, who had long kept silent about his relationship with Garner, has now decided to speak openly about the impact Garner had on him. Selleck first admired Garner as a young man watching Maverick in the 1950s, where Garner's effortless charisma and authenticity stood out. When they eventually worked together on the Rockford Files and other projects, Selleck was nervous, wondering if Garner would live up to his larger-than-life persona. But instead, Garner's warmth, humility, and down-to-earth nature immediately put Selleck at ease. Garner treated everyone with respect, from directors to the crew members, and Selleck learned more from him about professionalism than any acting class could teach. Mentorship and life lessons from James Garner. James Garner's mentorship extended beyond the world of acting. During long days on set, Selleck found Garner to be a wise-sounding board, offering advice not just on acting, but on how to survive in the often chaotic Hollywood industry. Garner's guidance helped Selleck avoid the common pitfalls of fame, ego, and entitlement, encouraging him to stay grounded and never compromise his integrity for success. Selleck often credits Garner with teaching him to prioritize character over fame and reminds him that no role or paycheck was worth sacrificing one's moral compass. This guidance stuck with Selleck, helping him navigate the pressures of Hollywood without losing his sense of self. But perhaps the most profound lesson Selleck learned from Garner was the importance of family. Garner's long and stable marriage to his wife Lois inspired Selleck to prioritize his own family life, even when his career was at its peak. The enduring influence of James Garner on Selleck's life. As Selleck looks back on his life, he acknowledges that much of his success and the person he is today can be attributed to Garner's influence. Selleck sees Garner not only as a professional mentor, but as a personal role model, a man who balanced fame with family life and never lost sight of what truly mattered. When Selleck chose to step away from the limelight to spend more time with his family on their ranch, it was a decision shaped by Garner's example. Selleck reflects that he owes Garner more than he can ever repay, admitting that Garner set the standard for everything he aspired to be. At 80, Selleck can say with confidence that he continues to strive to live up to that standard, grateful for the lessons he learned from one of Hollywood's finest.